Morning guys, welcome to Let's Get Running. I'm Tony James and today this is my daily run and my 100-mile review of the Adidas SL20 shoe. Look at that beautiful sky. 6:30 in the morning, first light. Loving it. So once again, welcome along guys. If this is your first visit to my channel, thank you very much for taking the time to be here. But do me a favour, hit the orange subscribe button below, turn on your bell notifications so you find out every time I upload new running videos. And also do me one last big favour and hit that like button below, because every time you give me a like, it really does help the channel grow. So thank you. So today, while I'm out on the run, I thought I'd give you my 100-mile review of my Adidas SL20s. All I can say is, I love them. Morning world, brand new day. Look at that, beautiful sunrise. That's what it's all about. Should we do some running? Hey, now I'm doing a 5-miler and I thought I'd throw in my review of the SL20 from Adidas. This is 100 miles, and if you want to check that stat out, you can do so. If you look on my Strava, just do a search for Tony James, click follow, and you'll be able to see on my Strava that 100 genuine miles over the last couple of months or so, because I had that 6 weeks off I should say, due to the knee injury. So that's slowed my running down. So it's taken a while to get to 100 miles in these shoes, but we're there. Strava.com/athlete/Tony James if you're looking on your computer, or if you're on the app, just do a search for me. You'll see my picture smiling at you. Just click follow, I'll follow you back. As I said a few seconds ago, I really love these shoes, and I'm not underestimating. I have fallen in love with these SL20s. To be honest, they've turned into my go-to running shoe. You know, when I'm sat on the bed in the morning thinking I'm going out for that run, what shoes have I got to put on? First in the head, SL20. First on my feet, SL20. Unless I'm doing something purposeful, where I'll need to put on the peg turbos, like I did for the Great North Run a couple of days ago. But no, these SL20s are definitely my go-to everyday trainer now. I've just realised one of the problems of being one of the first people down by the river on a autumnal morning is the spiders have been out. Cobwebs everywhere. Just constantly running through cobwebs. If you don't like spiders, don't run by the river first thing in the morning. Wow. So why has the SL20 become my go-to shoe? Well, to be honest, it's taken a while and they've bedded in, but they really do feel like a comfy pair of slippers now. Let's talk about the upper. The upper itself is the cellular mesh technology, and it's very breathable, plenty of holes in it, very breathable, never had any problems with over sweating, sits comfortably on my foot. The lacing system is fantastic. I do have to double knot it, so you have to put a runner's knot in there because they are quite long, but once they've been laced up, I've never had to stop to relace while I've been out on a run. It seems to lock it down quite firm. No slippage at all of my feet when they're in the shoe. And the heel counter, the heel cup, also fits very well around my foot. And I've had absolutely no problems with the heel whatsoever. No slippage, no rubbing, no blisters. So overall, the upper itself, very breathable, good lockdown, feels great. Oh, forgot to mention the toe box. Absolutely no problems with the toe box whatsoever. Fits nicely over the toes, and there's still a little bit of room for wriggling the toes in there as well. So it's not tight, but it's not loose. So on my UK size 10, that seems to work really well. Forgot to start this video with the stats. That's probably because I'm out running and thinking about running as opposed to doing videos. Well, these SL20s for me are in a lovely green colourway. Green's my favourite colour, and I think they look awesome. Weight wise, 246 grams. I'll put a picture up on the scales, which is about 8.6 ounces in UK size 10. That's US 11, Euro 45. So they're not the lightest shoe out there, but they're not the heaviest neither. When it comes to the midsole, you've got 25mm in the heel and 14mm in the toe, which, those of you who are quick with your maths, works out that it's a 10mm drop. But to be honest, because it is a lower stack height than a lot of the shoes these days, you feel a bit lower to the ground, so you're not feeling that 10mm. It does feel flatter, if that makes sense. I think you also feel more of the ground with it being less, less of a stack height. That sun's gorgeous behind me. So the SL20 is the lower end of the mid-range shoe, if you know what I mean. The list price on the Adidas website is about £100, but they're always cheaper than that. You can get them for about 70, 75 for most places. So budget-wise, cost-wise, they're not a bad price at all. So we mentioned that the upper is really good. I do like the upper. Now what about the midsole? I mentioned that 24 and 14mm. It's pure light strike material. It's not a composite of any other EVAs. It is just light strike. And if you watch my initial review when I unboxed them and went out for my first 3 miles, I was telling you that the midsole, to me, gave the perfect feel in between firmness and bounce. And to be honest, since that initial review, it's got better. Well, for me anyway. You can still feel the ground underneath. You can still feel that firm return on the push off. No carbon plates involved, so it's just you, the shoe, and the ground. But you can the firmness of the push off. But there's also plenty, and I mean plenty, of bounce in the light strike. And the more miles I've put in, it seems to be getting better. So it's one of those that you need to shake the jar to fizz it up, so to speak. So the more miles you put in, the better the light strike becomes. Now, I'm not stupid. I do know, like a Formula 1 tyre, that light strike is going to drop off at some point in the future. Be it 200 miles, 300 miles, 400 miles, 500 miles, I don't know, but I'll let you know when I get there. But up to 100 miles, the light strike just really does feel like it's evolving and getting better all the time. So when you initially put them on, you might think they're a bit stiff in the midsole, but bear with it. The more miles you get in there, the better it becomes. It really does feel good. The outer sole, well, we'll give that 10 out of 10. It's continental rubber, you can't go wrong with that, can you? German technology at its best. So out on the roads, out on the wet roads, no problems at all. It's been sticking to the road. Not come across any slippage. Not even in the rain I haven't slipped. So on the road it's been great. On the semi-trails that you can see in this video, no problems at all. Even across wet grass I haven't really come across any problems. So the outsole grips well, and I'm really impressed with that. So to sum up, the SL20 to me is perfect. It is my favourite shoe. It's done everything I've asked of it. I've run, I think I did 15 miles in it one day. It's definitely a daily training shoe. It's not an out and out racing shoe, but can you wear it for a 5k, 10k, half marathon? Of course you can. It's not a heavy shoe, so it's not going to be too cumbersome. And as I say, I've had it up to 15 miles on a training run. Perfect. Felt great. So it's really down to personal preferences. But as a daily trainer, it's bob on. Up to half marathon racing. If you're in the middle of the pack and you're not out there, you're not an elite, it's perfect for you. Absolutely perfect, especially if you're a casual, feel-good runner. And this shoe's great. Why spend 140, 150, 160 pound on a top end shoe, where you can spend 75 on this and it does the job exactly what you want it to do. I think that's one of the nicest sunrises I've seen in a long while. It's nice being out to see that. Well, there you go. As I say, that's my review of the SL20 at 100 miles. So I'm just going to continue now about 2.5 miles home to finish off this morning run. I'll put the Strava details up for this run if you want. Well, I'm going to put them up anyway, whether you want them or not. So as always, thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Strava. Also hit subscribe to this channel. That's the orange button below, just click it. Turn on the bell notifications so you're informed every time I upload new running videos. And please consider giving this video a thumbs up, that would be great. Oh, and for those stat-minded people, this was video number 50 on my channel. So you've got another 49 to go back and look at. So once again, thanks very much for watching. I will see you next time. Till then, let's get running and enjoy the sunrise.